In a world that moves too fast, we forget what's meant to last. Not the gold, the fleeting fame, but the kindness in the name. I've seen hearts light up the dark from just a spark, a selfless mark. What we give is what we grow. A little love and let it flow. This is the gift of legacy, a life that gives so generously. We rise, we lift, we plant the seed to share the gift, to truly be. Abundance flows when hearts believe. We share to receive. This is the gift of legacy. It's not the things we keep inside, but the open hands we never hide. A smile, a meal, a listening ear can make a stranger feel sincere. And every act, no matter small, becomes a step, a higher call. We build a bridge, we mend the seam, together living out the dream. It lives in you, it lives in me. We rise, we lift, we plant the seed to share the gift, to truly be. Abundance flows when hearts believe. We share to receive. This is the gift of legacy. In a world that moves too fast, we forget what's meant to last. Not the gold, the fleeting fame, but the kindness in the name. I've seen hearts light up the dark from just a spark, a selfless mark. What we give is what we grow. A little love and let it flow. So generously, we rise, we lift, we plant the seed to share the gift, to truly be. Abundance flows when hearts believe. We share to receive. This is the gift of legacy. It's not the things we keep inside, but the open hands we never hide. A smile, a meal, a listening ear can make a stranger feel sincere. And every act, no matter small, becomes a step, a higher call. We build a bridge, we mend the seam, together living out the dream.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday evening Zoom call. We didn't meet last week. I'm sorry about that. I had family commitments, but I'm here today. And what a Thursday it is. Gift of Legacy is always exciting. There's always something new happening. And today we are celebrating that compression has finally happened. Compression ran on the GL system this morning. And we will certainly be addressing that and talking about that during the Zoom call. And we will be giving you information all about that during the discussion time at the end. So please invite your teams, your friends, your people to join so that we can discuss all of this with you as well. But there's always interesting things happening in the Gift of Legacy community. And we are very grateful to be part of a community that is dynamic and evolving and is always changing. Before I start, I have activated captions, but if you want translation captions, please just request and I can give permission for that. So if anybody wants to request the captions, please do that, and then I can give the approval for that. Otherwise, we are good to go. Is everyone happy with translation? Can you see the captions? Is it all good? Is that all right? Yes, it's good. Okay, great. So I'm going to go straight into the presentation. My co-hosts are not with me this evening for different reasons. So I'm going to be doing the full presentation. My name is Adele. I live in Johannesburg, South Africa. I have been part of Gift of Legacy before it was even created. So people who were participating in a previous gifting activity decided to start a gifting community that allowed everybody across the world to participate. And so Gift of Legacy was birthed on the 10th of January, 2022, by a group of visionaries and people who decided that this is where they would like to focus their energies. And Gift of Legacy was launched here in South Africa for the worldwide community back in 2022, which makes us 3.5 years old. And that in itself is a huge achievement for any online activity. So what we're going to do tonight is go through the explanation of Gift of Legacy. There are two different aspects to Gift of Legacy. We are one community, and tonight we're going to go through that with you so that you know and you understand exactly what Gift of Legacy is all about. I'm going to ask you to hold on to your questions till the end. We will have a questions and discussion time. I know people have got lots of questions. We're here to answer questions. We're here to give explanations. But let's go through the presentation first so that newcomers or people who are visitors understand what Gift of Legacy is truly all about. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get straight into it. I do present off my cell phone, and you could too. We have these presentations available and you are able to use them and present just like I am. If you're in a coffee shop or wherever you are with people, you are able to present just like this. So welcome to Gift of Legacy and to GL Smart. We are one gifting community creating abundance, and you are here by invitation only. Somebody who cares about you has shared this incredible opportunity with you. I just want to go through a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for information sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither myself nor Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors. And the information shared here is only an example of what you may expect. Everybody's participation, willingness to follow the guidelines, and to do what they need to do will bring them success in the Gift of Legacy community. So what is a gifting community? Gift of Legacy is not a business. We are not a company. We are a gifting community. And it's really important that you understand what it is all about. I would suggest that you go and do some research about the term sacred economics. When you understand what sacred economics is, you will understand that a gifting community is very different, probably from any other online platform that you have ever been involved in or you've looked at. Gifting communities trace back in the modern era to the 1960s, but they have actually been off the mainstream for decades, and they are 100% legal. There are many institutions, like banking institutions here in South Africa, that recognize gifting communities. In Africa, and especially in South Africa, where Gift of Legacy was born, the term Ubuntu is a very important principle and concept in our community. It means communities working together. Directly translated, it means I am because you are. And Ubuntu fits perfectly within a gifting community. You cannot succeed here alone. You need to participate with the community, sometimes your own community, and sometimes with other communities that you don't even know. You might also come across the term circular economies. Circular economies around the world have helped communities to thrive and succeed, especially over the past few years when communities were affected by lockdown and the effects of the COVID situation in our world. Gift of Legacy is a global gifting activity. Unlike the activity that we participated in before Gift of Legacy was created, Gift of Legacy is available to anybody in any country across the world. And we do now have participants in most countries around the world. We are uplifting communities, not only financially by creating abundance, but also through self-development. Participating in any online platform requires a person to do some kind of learning, understanding, research, if you would like to call it that. You need to understand with discernment what you are joining, what you are getting yourself involved in. And when you truly understand and you are continually educating yourself, that self-development will take you a long way to success in your Gift of Legacy journey. So we're going to focus on Gift of Legacy first, because that is the system, the website that was launched back in January 2022. To join Gift of Legacy, a participant must join with an invitation link that they get from a family member or a friend, somebody who has invited them to Gift of Legacy. Once you have the invitation link, you click on it, and then you will register. There's a form that you fill in. You register with your name, your email. You must have a unique email that is active, your phone number with the country code, and then you choose a username. You need to have a unique username in Gift of Legacy. So if you're trying to register, it's not going through, change your username. Somebody else in the world might already have that username. Once you've registered, you will receive a verification email. It is so important that you go to the verification email and verify, yes, this is me, because that will connect you to the Gift of Legacy system. You will then log in to giftoflegacyglobal.com. The web address is there at the top of the screen. You will pick your very first board, and the two boards that you can start your journey on are the $25 coal board and the $100 bronze board. That is where you start your journey. So initially you pick a board, you will see where you will land, and then at the top of the screen it will say join. You need to join the board to see the information of the other participants on the board. This is a peer-to-peer gifting activity. There is no money held by any company, business middleman. When you join a board as a gifter, you will gift the person in the middle of the board who we refer to as the legend. So you will only see this information when you join a board. So you can see here, this is my board. This is my one profile. I have joined the first 5 boards. I have not yet joined Platinum. So Platinum says peak. The other 5 say view because I have already joined those boards. It is very important to understand that users in Gift of Legacy must invite 2 people to be able to progress beyond the bronze board. You can start your journey on coal or bronze, wherever you would like to start. Once you have completed the board as a legend and received your gifts on bronze, you are not able to progress, go any further on the rides of the boards until you have 2 confirmed invitees linked to your inviter link, linked to your status. So this is what a Gift of Legacy board looks like. In the middle, we have a legend. There's actually a red splash of color around them. This is one of the original boards. You will join a board as a gifter on a bronze board. You enter the board by gifting the legend an unconditional, non-returnable gift of $100. On the coal board, it would be a $25 gift. And we always gift in US dollars. And if you're trying to work out how much that is, use the exchange rate of whatever currency you are using on the day you do the gifting. But the legend must receive the value of the gift that is stipulated on the board. So you will gift the legend, and when the legend has received all 8 gifts, they will complete and exit the board with 8 gifts. So on bronze, it will be $800 that the legend receives. Now I'm going to unpack the bronze board. When you understand a bronze board, you will understand the movement of all the other boards in Gift of Legacy. So we have a board like this, like I said, with the red flash. There is a left hemisphere or a right hemisphere. And on this board, you will join as a gifter. So I direct your attention to the yellow dot that represents you. Now, when you log in, your username will be written in yellow, showing that that is you on the board. The other positions, builder, guide, legend, will not say that. They will be the usernames that those participants have chosen. So when you land on the board as a gifter, you click on the legend's username. A little block will pop up with their personal information, with their phone number and email. Use a WhatsApp or a Telegram message to contact them and say, hi, I've just landed as a gifter on your board. I'm very excited to gift you. Please send me your gifting information. The legend will send you gifting information, whether it is cryptocurrency, an EFT, a banking transfer if you're in the same country, or if it's your friend, they'll say, hey, meet me at the coffee shop down the road. But the legend will tell you how to send the gift. You then send the gift. The legend will receive the gift and then will click on your username. A little block is going to pop up and it will say confirm gifter. They will click confirm and then you are confirmed on the Gift of Legacy system as a gifter on the bronze board. So other gifters are going to land on the board and gift the legend $100. Now, we suggest that when a legend has received their first 4 gifts, that they use those gifts to fast track or just go ahead and join the next board in the sequence, which would be the silver board if you are on bronze. So take your first $400 and join silver. That is the value of the silver board. Then the legend will receive 4 other gifts. It's not always in this order, but for the sake of the presentation, we're doing it like this. The legend will have received $800 in total. The board then closes for the legend. The legend will exit this board. The board splits into 2. Both guides then become legends on their own board. Everybody needs to get to the legend position in order to receive. So this board will split, the legend will exit the board, and 2 new boards with new legends will be created. You now have moved up into the builder position on a new board, and a builder has the perfect opportunity to invite 2 people to join them. Remember, I said everybody needs 2 invitees. It is suggested, but it is not an obligation that you have to. It is suggested that when you are a builder, on your first coal or bronze board, that you invite 2 people to join you, because then they are always next to you. These are people who will always follow you. That is the guideline in Gift of Legacy. You follow your inviter. So you invite 2 people, the other builder will also invite. So a guide can invite, a legend can invite, and even a gifter can invite somebody. When all 8 gifts have been received by the legend, the board splits, the legend moves off of this board, and everybody moves up 1 position. So you are now in a guide position. There are 2 guides on each board. As a guide, you can assist your builders and help them to invite their friends. So builder A will invite their friends C and D, and then builder B will invite their 2 invitees E and F. Now look at that. You have invited 2 people, and they have each invited 2 people. We call this simply the 2 by 2 by 2 principle. When everybody invites 2 people, and you do it like this from the early boards, boards move, a lineage or a team is created or developed, and these people will follow you right from coal or bronze all the way to the platinum boards. Now, when one hemisphere has 4 gifters, like this left hemisphere has 4 gifters, the board is able to split. We do not need to wait for 8 gifters for the board to split. When one side, one hemisphere has filled up, the guide can move off already and start their own board as a legend. So that's what's going to happen. This original board will only complete when all 8 gifters have been confirmed. So congratulations. You are now a legend on your very own bronze board for the first time. Your invitees, A and B, are now the guides next to you, and their invitees are the builders. Do you see how the family is growing? Do you see how the team is developing? This is really a wonderful example, but it is not the golden rule. People can invite from different positions as well. So now gifters are going to land on the board. They're going to contact you and they're going to say, hey, we gifters on your board. How would you like to receive the gift? You will either send them your cryptocurrency wallet, an EFT, whatever arrangement you and the gifter make. The legend does take priority simply because they're in a receiving position. It is important to note that gifters carry the transfer fees, any fees that need to be paid when sending a gift on any platform. That is the responsibility of the gifter. Just like if I am sending a gift to my friend and I use a courier service, I will take the gift, wrap it in beautiful wrapping, maybe with a bow, put it in a box, and then pay the courier to send it to my friend. So I am paying an additional fee. And this can be different on any platform. So whatever the transfer fee is, just make sure you cover it. The legend must receive the full amount that is stipulated on the board. So on a bronze board, the legend must receive 100 US dollars. They can receive it in any currency, but it must be $100. So you have now received your $800 in total. You're very excited. Don't get too excited. You don't get to spend them all. $300 is yours to keep. Remember, we're on a journey to abundance and we need to join higher boards. So you have already joined your silver board. You now want to join your perpetual bronze board. Sorry, your perpetual bronze board. Perpetual means infinity, ongoing. And the goal of Gift of Legacy is to be on the perpetual cycle of every board. So you're going to join bronze again. Once you've completed a board on your dashboard, it will say peek and join. You peek and join a board. And if your original board is not complete, the one where you were the guide on the left-hand side, you will come back to that original board on the other hemisphere to help to close the board. This is called the Ohana principle. Ohana is a Hawaiian word, and it means family, and it means nobody gets left behind. So it was programmed into the system that if a legend completes a board and joins a perpetual cycle, they will come back to help to close their original board if it has not yet closed. This is then their perpetual cycle. This is their second round on the bronze board. So you have finished your bronze board. You will receive $800. You have already used $400 to join your silver board. You keep $300 to enjoy however you would like, and your final gift, the last gift, is to join your perpetual bronze cycle, and that's why you keep $300. Now, the other starter board is the coal board, and we don't always explain it. So now we are so that people have a full understanding of the Gift of Legacy system. Coal was created as an additional starter board because some people found $100 a little bit expensive to start their Gift of Legacy journey. So coal is one of two starter boards. When you receive coal gifts on your first cycle, you should be using them to join bronze because you're going to receive 8 gifts, $25, which is $200. You're going to use $100 to join bronze. New users and users with a zero balance will follow their inviter or their lineage. So basically, if it's the first time you are joining a coal board, you will follow your lineage. Users who have a balance more than $100, they've been in GL for a while and they've never joined coal. They can still join coal. They will also follow their inviter on the first round if your inviter is on the board. If your inviter is not on a coal board, you follow somebody in the lineage, somebody in your family. On the perpetual cycle of coal, there is no lineage. The term blending applies. This means you will land on any board and you will be mixed up. The community is mixed up. The reason for this, you will be on your perpetual cycle. You will get to receive the gifts. You have used coal for the purpose it was created, to create the funds to join bronze. Now it's just a wonderful perpetual cycle that you can join and enjoy. It does not affect your progress or your lineage at all. All users in Gift of Legacy make progress from coal to bronze without having 2 confirmed invitees. So all users can go from coal to bronze without 2 confirmed invitees. But when you get to legend on bronze, you need your 2 invitees or else you can't go any further. Users may not join the perpetual cycle if they have not joined and been confirmed on bronze. So you have to be on a bronze board and you need to have your 2 invitees before you can join the perpetual cycle of coal. Now there is another board which you saw on the dashboard, and it's a very important board. And I just want to highlight what it is all about. The Ohana board. Ohana is a $50 non-lineage board. There's no lineage. We don't follow our invitees there because it has nothing to do with your team and your lineage that is following you from bronze to silver to gold to platinum. The Ohana board was created for a purpose. It was created to support GGM, Gracious Givers Movement, which is the non-profit organization that funds the daily, weekly, monthly, and development costs of the GL system. You see, when we join Gift of Legacy, we simply click on an invitation link, register, verify our email, and gift the legend. There is no fee that we pay to participate on this wonderful website, but the website needs to be looked after. And we need a way to keep our legacies alive. So the Ohana board has been created specifically for that purpose, but we get to benefit from it as well. So gifts on the Ohana board must be sent in cryptocurrency, and you need to send them within 24 hours of joining a board. Users must be confirmed on coal or bronze to participate on Ohana boards. You can't just come in and join Ohana. You have to be on coal or bronze. Even if you're on a platinum board, you can't join Ohana unless you are on coal or bronze. It is an absolute requirement. Now, gifter number 1 is always a confirmed Ohana G profile. All the gifts that these profiles receive when they reach legend assist the funding of GGM. So every legend, whether it is you or me, or the Ohana G profile, will only receive 7 gifts, which is $350. The board will split when 8 gifters are confirmed. Legends are automatically joined to the perpetual cycle by the GL system. Ohana G profiles, when they have received as a legend, will also join the perpetual system, and then they gift the legend. It is only when they are in gifter number 1 position that they do not gift the legend. Users who ask to be removed or do not join their perpetual cycle will no longer be able to create any other profiles with that phone number within the Gift of Legacy system. To join Ohana, it is a once-off gift of $50, once off. And then you just wait for the boards to turn and move. Oldest boards do fill up first. It's a community thing. We really need everybody in the community to participate on Ohana boards. We cannot have just a small portion of the community contributing to the upkeep of this incredible website. So we recommend and request, even though it's not compulsory, we request everybody with a GL profile to join an Ohana board. Support the system, keep your legacy alive, keep my legacy alive, and let's ride the perpetual round on these boards. Every time a board closes, you get to keep $300. let's look at the boards and what you get to keep in Gift of Legacy. The coal board is represented by a steam train. Gift of Legacy is referred to as a theme park. It's somewhere you go to enjoy life, where it's something different, away from the humdrum of your daily life, where you're allowed to dream and have fun and meet people and enjoy the rides to abundance. So the coal train represents that little train in the theme park that goes round and around. It has a perpetual cycle. So on your first round, the legend receives 8 gifts, $25, which is $200. Use $100 to join bronze. And then join your perpetual coal cycle, which is $25. So you will get to keep in your first round 170, in your first round, you get to keep $75, and on your perpetual cycle, $175. So it's a good idea to be on your perpetual cycle, because it's $175 that at irregular intervals you will receive just because you stayed on the board. The bronze, silver, gold, and platinum boards are represented by a Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel in a theme park goes round and round, doesn't stop. It has a perpetual cycle. So on bronze, I just explained to you, you will receive $800 as a legend. Use $400 to join silver and $100 to join your perpetual bronze cycle. So on your first round, you keep $300, but on your perpetual cycle, you keep $700 because you're already on silver. You only need to hold back one gift to ride bronze again. Let's look at silver. Silver, the legend is going to receive 8 gifts of $400, which is $3,200. Your next board is gold, so 4 gifts of $400 gives you the $1,600 to join gold, $400 for your perpetual silver, and on your first round, you're keeping $1,200. But on your perpetual cycle, you are keeping $2,800. Do you see the power of the perpetual cycle? The guidelines are for everybody to be on the perpetual cycle of all 6 boards on the Gift of Legacy system. So on gold, you are going to receive 8 gifts of $1,600, which is $12,800. Use $5,000 to join platinum. Yes, you're going to send somebody you probably don't know that well, or maybe even a stranger, $5,000. You're going to hold back $1,600 for your perpetual gold cycle. On your first round, you're keeping $6,200. And whatever currency you are using around the world, $6,200 can go a long way. But on your perpetual cycle, you get to keep $11,200. That's where legacies are born. That's where dreams come true. And that's why everybody should be on the perpetual cycles. Now on platinum, which is the final board in the Gift of Legacy system, on the website, the traditional website, what we now call the GL Classics, platinum is the ultimate board. It's a $5,000 board. As a legend, you will receive $40,000. There is no higher board to join. So you use one gift to join your perpetual platinum cycle. So on your first round and your perpetual cycle, you keep $35,000. Now here in South Africa, where I am, $35,000 is way over R500,000, which is my local currency. Yes, Gift of Legacy truly is a way for us to break the chains and the shackles of poverty. Then we have the Ohana board, represented by a little go-kart or a little shuttle driving around the theme park. It's taking people places, but it's not part of the lineage. So it is a blended board. Every legend, whether it is an Ohana G profile or you or me, will receive $350. You are automatically joined to the perpetual cycle. You gift the legend $50. You only joined once with $50. You receive $350 and you put $50 back onto your perpetual cycle, keeping $300 every time you complete Ohana. More people participating in Ohana will keep the boards moving. Shift your eyes to the final column, the perpetual cycle. That is the goal of Gift of Legacy. That is where you want to be building your legacy. That is the road to abundance. But it doesn't happen freely. The system needs to be kept. So please join Ohana. Ohana is there at the bottom because it is the foundation for the legacy that is above it, for the abundance that comes above it to each one of us. Please support the Ohana boards. So Gift of Legacy, the classic, the traditional, is the theme park. It's a website. It's been going strong for 3.5 years. Yes, there's been changes and updates in the system. It is working optimally, even more so today because compression has finally happened today. We've been waiting a while, but there were good reasons for it not to happen. Compression has happened today. The reason for compression is twofold. One, to reduce the amount of boards, and secondly, to realign lineages and teams, to get people and groups of people closer together, because we know that people like to be together. There may still be empty spaces on boards. I'm sure we're going to receive statistics very soon, but I know, I have been told that the amount of boards has been considerably reduced through compression. And there are changes. Go and have a look on your boards. But in our one community, we have 2 gifting experiences. We now have a new gifting experience, which is the second picture on that poster. GL Smart is allowing users from Gift of Legacy and new participants the opportunity to participate in a gifting activity on the blockchain. So let's find out about GL Smart. GL Smart is an extension of Gift of Legacy. It is another feature within the Gift of Legacy community. GL, the traditional website, and GL Smart function independently from each other. You see, GL Smart offers participants the opportunity to participate in a gifting community using a smart contract on the blockchain. GL is a website. GL Smart is a smart contract on a blockchain, and these 2 entities can never combine. They do not interlink. They have no interface at all. They are totally different systems. To participate in GL Smart, a user needs a MetaMask or Trust wallet. These are cryptocurrency wallets, and these are the only 2 wallets that are compatible with the GL Smart contract. The currency that we are using on GL Smart is called Polygon. When you look on your Trust or MetaMask wallet, you need to set it to Polygon Mainnet, Polygon Ecosystem. We are not using Matic and we are not using Ethereum. So you're looking for Polygon Ecosystem or Polygon Mainnet. Those are the ones that you need. Then we all use the same link, that one highlighted in purple, giftoflegacysmart.com. And here it's different. You don't click on the link and GL Smart is going to appear. No, you copy the link. You open your MetaMask or your Trust wallet, And then in the search bar at the top of your screen or the browser of that wallet, you paste the giftoflegacysmart.com link, and then you click enter. That will connect your MetaMask or your Trust wallet to the GL smart contract. And this is what you're going to see. The dashboard on the left-hand side is very different, although it's a little bit similar to GL. It is different. This is cryptocurrency. This is a smart contract. It has very different things. What you will see are 4 gifting tiers. This allows users the freedom of choice as to where they would like to participate, where they would like to do their gifting. On a smart contract on your device, whether it's your phone or your tablet or even your laptop, you have freedom of choice to join any tier. Each tier, starter boards, GL Classics, speed boards, and Ubuntu boards have 4 different boards. So that's 16 boards that you can join, and you have freedom of choice as you join them. There are several active boards on every board. So you have multiple active boards that you can choose to join. So it's very different here to our traditional website. The boards on different tiers may be joined in any order. So in GL, we have a sequence that we have to follow. We do not have that in GL Smart. In GL Smart, you can join any board in any order. The lowest value board is on our starter board tier. So on our starter board tier, we have Polina, Hui, Ohio, and Ohana. And Polina is the lowest value board. It is 15 poly. Cryptocurrency fluctuates on a daily basis, but it's approximately $4 if you convert it to US dollars to join a Polina board. This is the first of our starter boards. Gifts are sent and received directly from wallet to wallet. So simply by joining the board, a click of a button on your screen, you are able to join a board. You do not need to contact the legend. Gifters and legends don't communicate. Our wallets communicate on the blockchain. So it is wallet to wallet gifting on the blockchain, no human interaction needed at all. And that's a huge appeal for many people. You need to confirm the gifting transaction before you join a board. And that's what a board looks like on the right-hand side. If you want to join a board, you need to confirm that the Polygon can go from your wallet to the legend's wallet. And you're not going to know who the legend is. Okay, you won't know. But wallet to wallet gifting must be confirmed, and then you will be able to see the board. And gifters fill up a GL Smart board in sequence. It does not matter who you are following. If you are following another wallet on the GL Classics boards where you can follow, the gifters always fill up in sequence from 1 to 8. And that's very different. Here the gifters are always filled up. The next available gifter position fills up. We don't fill up in a different sequence. So let's look at the boards in GL Smart. Our first tier is the starter boards represented by a palm tree, simply because they all have Hawaiian words, and we have an affinity to the Hawaiian words because they're all about community and family and gathering and being together. The Polina board is a 15 poly board. The Hui board is a 50 poly board. Ohio is 100 poly. And Ohana is a 200 poly board. This Ohana board is not like the Ohana board on the GL website, the classic GL website. This is just a nostalgic connection to GL. Ohana means family. Ubuntu means community. And Ohana is a very important word in our GL community. So on an Ohana board in GL Smart, the legend will receive 8 gifts. They receive 8 gifts. It is just a name which has a nostalgic connection to the GL Classic website. It is just another board in GL Smart. Then we have a tier called the GL Classics, represented by a crown, which means legend, because this is where we came from. These are our roots. A family, a community are nostalgic. They look back to the past. And this is our connection to where we came from. This is part of our journey. So the GL Classics is a tier of boards in GL Smart. It has no connection at all to the traditional website. It just has the same names. So we have a bronze board, which is 450 poly. A silver board is 2,000 poly. The gold board is 7,000 poly. And platinum is 22,000 poly. But remember I said to you, in GL Smart, you can join any board in any order. You do not need to start your journey on the starter boards. If you want to come straight in and join a gold GL Classic board, you're welcome to. You don't have to be on bronze or silver. If you want to start on platinum, you can do that too. You can join any board in any order. You have 100% freedom of choice. Then we have the speed boards. Speed boards represented by a lightning flash. These boards are slightly different and they are designed for fast-paced rewards. We have a 100 poly board, 200 poly board, 800 poly board, and a 3,200 poly board. Then we have an Ubuntu board. Ubuntu, the term that means community, that means I am, because you are. It's such an important word in our culture in the GL community that an Ubuntu board tier has been created. We have the 200 poly Ubuntu board, 1,000 poly, 5,000 poly, and a 25,000 poly board. So that is the highest value board in GL Smart, showing how much we uphold the values of Ubuntu. The starter boards fill up from the oldest boards. All boards fill up in GL Smart from the oldest boards. This means the legend who has been legend for the longest time, because everything is date stamped or time stamped. The oldest board is legend who's been waiting the longest to receive gifts. So when new gifters join, they automatically join the oldest board. That's what the starter boards are. It's a great place to get to know how a smart contract functions. They are low value boards, and we do encourage people to start their journey there. If you start on a Polina board, we have something called the GL Smart Map. It will show you how to use your gifts that you receive to progress onto the other starter boards. And then Ohana is a springboard to the GL Classics. So Ohana has a separate but very different function in GL Smart. Then we have the GL Classics. Because in the Classic website, we have a lineage. We follow our friends and our team, our people. There is a follow function available currently on the GL Classics boards. It's the only tier at the moment that allows the follow wallet option. You're not following a person, you're following a wallet. Many people don't have a lineage, and maybe they don't even like a lineage. But because this tier of boards does have lineage, the GL Smart admin team have created a smart chain open lineage. This is a community lineage that is available for all users. You can create your own lineage, sure. You can even decide, I don't want to follow lineage, I just want to land on the oldest board. You're welcome to do that. If you want to participate in the open lineage, someone in admin will reach out to you once you've completed a form, and they will guide you as how to follow the lineage in GL Smart. The speed boards are very different. These boards have only 7 participants. There is a legend, 2 guides, and 4 gifters. So there are no builders. The legend will receive 4 gifts. These boards can move quite quickly when people are joining them. And again, oldest boards fill up first. The Ubuntu boards are very special, not only because of their name, but because of the way they function. Every gift that is gifted when somebody joins an Ubuntu board is shared by the 7 people in the legend, guides, and builders' positions. Every gift is automatically shared by the smart contract. You don't need to do it. The smart contract, your smart contract will send your gift of 200 poly to 7 different wallets. The legend gets 30% of your gift. The guides get 10% of your gift. And the builders get 12.5% of your gift. It's amazing to see. You just see your gifts going to 7 different wallets. The builders will receive their joining gift back when all 8 gifters have joined the board. So builders start receiving. You don't have to wait to be a legend. And when all 8 gifters have gifted, the builder has received their 200 poly back if they're on a 200 poly board. That means they can still receive on guide and legend position. And by receiving from a builder position, you are able to now go and join freely of your choice, whichever boards you would like to join. Again, oldest boards fill up first. So a lot of information to take in. Let's look at the differences between Gift of Legacy and GL Smart. Gift of Legacy is website based. GL Smart is blockchain based. They are separate platforms, separate systems. They can never combine or interact, never. Gift of Legacy, you need to register with an invitation link. It's absolutely essential to have an invitation link to join GL. GL Smart, there is no invitation link required. We all use the same link to connect our wallet to the GL Smart contract. In Gift of Legacy, you register and then you log in to giftoflegacyglobal.com. That's the website. In GL Smart, you connect your MetaMask or Trust Wallet by pasting the link giftoflegacysmart.com in your search bar or the browser line, and that will connect your wallet to the GL Smart contract. In Gift of Legacy, there are 6 boards available for every profile to join. You need to join them in sequence. In GL Smart, there are 4 tiers that each have 4 boards on each tier, which is 16 boards in total. In Gift of Legacy, boards must be joined sequentially. In GL Smart, you can join any board in any order, as I explained, 100% freedom of choice. In Gift of Legacy, the perpetual cycle is essential on all boards. You have to join the higher board and then a perpetual cycle. It's so important. That's how the system was designed. In GL Smart, there is no perpetual cycle. When a legend completes a board, they then simply have one more active board to join. So there has been a culture within the GL Smart community already that when a legend completes a board, they rejoin the same board to help move everybody through the boards. In Gift of Legacy, a user may only join the 6 boards on the website, and you can only join one at a time with each profile, and it has to be in sequence. The only choice you have is to join Ohana and to choose if you want to join on coal or bronze. Otherwise, you have to move from silver to gold to platinum. In GL Smart, there are multiple active boards on any tier, and with one wallet, you can join hundreds of different boards. It's your choice. In Gift of Legacy, the board will split when there are 4 gifters who have gifted on one hemisphere, except Ohana, which splits when there are all 8 gifters confirmed. In GL Smart, the board split when all the gifters have joined. So 8 gifters on our starter, classics, and Ubuntu boards, and the 4 gifters when it's on the speed boards. In Gift of Legacy, you follow your inviter. That's number 1 guideline. You follow your inviter. You will only land on the oldest board when there is nobody else in the lineage for you to follow, except for the Ohana boards, which are non-lineage boards. There we do fill up the oldest boards first. In GL Smart, the oldest boards are filled up first for all the boards, but especially starter, speed, and Ubuntu. On the GL Classics board, because there is a follow wallet option, you will not always be landing on the oldest boards. You will follow the wallet that you are following. But in GL Smart, both oldest boards and the followed wallet is supported. So lineage and oldest boards are supported. In Gift of Legacy, gifters follow their inviters on the board. So when you join a board, you are next to or near your inviter. In GL Smart, when you fill up a board, the gifters always fill up the next available position. So when you are following someone, you follow the board where they are. You don't necessarily land on the same hemisphere where that wallet is. That's what is different. There are similarities too. Both Gift of Legacy and GL Smart remain peer-to-peer gifting activities where one person is gifting another person, peer-to-peer. It's not a business. It's not a company. Gift of Legacy does not hold any funds. Your participation and willingness to follow the guidelines will determine your success in either one of the platforms. And another similarity is this: in Gift of Legacy and in GL Smart, the boards move when people join the boards. Gifters landing on boards is what moves the boards. The systems, the website, the smart contract do not provide the gifters. People joining boards move boards. So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. It's a lot of information. There are 2 short videos available and that are going to be translated into different languages. They are on the official Gift of Legacy YouTube channel. They've been shared on the official Gift of Legacy Telegram group as well, and on the GL Smart Telegram group. One explains Gift of Legacy, the website, and the other one explains GL Smart. You do not need to participate in both. I mean, it's great if you can, and why wouldn't you, with so many different ways to send and receive gifts? But you can choose to participate in one or the other, whatever you choose to do. If you would like to know more, please speak to the person who invited you to this presentation or to watch the recording. Speak to them. They're your people. They can help you. And you can always reach out on the Telegram groups if you need help and guidance from admin. Join us in Gift of Legacy, wherever you join us, and create your legacy with us. Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is open up for questions. If you would like to ask a question, you can either type in the chat. I'm going to try and see what is happening in the chat so that I can answer any questions that are there, but you can raise your hand and we can answer questions with you. I see Ilva put a message earlier about compression. She said it's so good to see that gifters that have been unconfirmed for a long time now are gone after compression. Yeah, there are no more campers in Gift of Legacy. We want people here who are going to actively move boards, and that's what's really exciting. Is there anybody who wants to ask a question? Please raise your hand. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, who's asking? Okay, let me. Gina, you can ask a question. You can unmute. Hey, Gina. Hello, Gina. Boa noite. You just need to unmute, Gina. Gina, just unmute. I've given you permission to unmute.
Hi, Adele.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yes, my question is because I thought that with the compression, things will be working. I tried to make my perpetuation in call. It's becoming 1 year now, because the legend is not doing anything at the beginning. Even I show you in particular, I send the information to the support, but nothing is happening. I was believing that with the compression, the problem will be solved, but it's still the same. We have eight gifters, but
Yes.
she's not answering any email, any phone call, nothing. And we still
Okay,
like that 1 year now.
So unconfirmed gifters were not affected by compression. Unconfirmed gifters were not affected by compression. If you have a legend that is not responding and confirming gifters, you need to reach out to them by sending a WhatsApp or Telegram message. Try an SMS, you've got their phone number. You can email the legend, and the legend's inviters email is also there. We also suggest that you make a real phone call. Even if it's somebody who may not speak your language, phone them and just say Gift of Legacy, say GL,
We did
say something.
that.
Okay. If you have done that,
we did
then you
all of that. We send, yeah.
If you have done that, then you send a support query to support. We will probably go through the same procedure. Not me, I'm not in support, but the support people will go through that same procedure. And I can promise you that when they make a phone call, 99% of the time, they get a response from the person. But that is the procedure you need to follow. So please,
I write it to the support also. I send the information to support.
All right. Remember that support. Remember that support of volunteers. When you send an email to support, you must send one email. If you send lots of emails, the support system sends you to the back of the queue. So you need to send one email with clear information.
I send the one email. One
Yes.
email 6 months ago, it will be 7 months now, and
Okay.
I'm not getting any answer. Of course,
Okay. Well,
because I know
I
that
can
I
tell
cannot
you
be sending.
I can tell you that it is absolutely impossible that support have not responded to you in 6 months. They probably requested
Support,
information from you.
support
Gina?
responded me saying that your
Yes.
number, blah blah, your code number for this question is this one. Please wait,
Okay.
we will come back to you, and they never come back to me about that. Because I know
Okay.
that I
Gina?
cannot send another email.
Okay. Gina, please send me, you've got my contact
Yes.
details. Send me the ticket number because I don't want this entire questions time to be technical support. We're supposed to be talking about the presentation. And it really has nothing to do with the presentation. Send me the information and I will follow it up, please. Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry
Thanks,
to
Gina.
bother
No,
everyone.
it's
Sorry.
just I want everybody to have a chance to talk about the presentation and the information shared. But send me the
Yes.
ticket number and I will follow it up for you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. The
Thank
presentation
you.
is very clear, very nice to follow it. I love it,
Thank
the
you.
new presentation, and I'm waiting to have it in Portuguese.
Um, to have it in Portuguese, we are not translating the presentation. We have got the slides and you can translate it. It's a PowerPoint presentation. All you need to do is to translate the presentation and you can use it. But the animations, all the pictures, everything is there. You just need to translate the text. That's what every community is doing, translating the PowerPoint themselves. Okay, does anybody else have a question? Let me look at the chat. Thanks, Joseph. Let's see if you want to say hi. Joseph presents on the French presentations, and he is doing some incredible things in the Congo, letting people know about Gift of Legacy. Joseph, what is the feeling today? What is the feedback after compression? What are the questions after the presentation you've just heard?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good
Thank
evening.
you for the presentation. It was really wonderful.
Thank you.
We are happy to have participated. So the compression has been completed yesterday. No, today evening, today morning.
Today.
Yeah, today
Yes,
morning.
today.
And
Yes.
there was not a lot of affection or a lot of board which were touched over here, because we always encourage people to invite when they are on the builder's position. So the inviters and invitees, they follow each other as required. So the compression did not really affect us.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
you just filling boards and moving them the way they should be. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what we always suggest people to train them to always do that, and they respect it.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Any questions about GL Smart?
No, so far there's no question. You are always doing wonderful presentations, and everything is understood. It's clear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joseph. Okay, let me check the chat again. Thanks, Gina. Okay, any other questions? Do you want to raise your hands? I see lots of new faces here. People that I haven't seen before. Anybody else want to ask questions? No? Looks like everybody is happy. Then I'm going to thank you for your time. Go and check your boards. If you're in Gift of Legacy, see how compression might have changed things. Remember, compression does not place gifters on boards. People place gifters on boards. So let's invite. Let's keep people inviting. And if you do have gaps on your board, it's a perfect opportunity to fill up the board. If a gifted joins, they are confirmed, they will trickle up, which means they might move up into a builder or a guide position. This might be a great opportunity to start rebuilding your lineage or your team. It's a great opportunity for people to join, and like almost immediately as they are confirmed, they will move into a builder or guide position. So let's fill the boards, let's fill the gifted positions with people. Let's move the boards and join GL Smart, because it's a fantastic way to gift people. It's so easy because you don't have any difficulties with languages. It's simply my wallet connecting with your wallet. But whatever you're doing, come and build your legacy with us in Gift of Legacy. Thank you for your time. We will see you soon. We'll do some training so people have full idea how Trickle Up and everything works. But yeah, let's go and ride the boards of abundance. Thank you, everybody. Till we meet again, good night, God bless, and goodbye.